Hey, I'm Child of Bones and I'm a practicing witch. I've been a practicing witch for over 20 years, and in that time the god forms that I've worked with and created a relationship with and the plant spirits, what we've done is we've made a product line of those deities and generated from that communion. And who I want to speak to you today about is Black Widow. And Black Widow is a formidable presence actually of the Black Mother. She's an amazing energy to work with, and she's actually the Black Widow spider. So she's the path of the dark goddess, and she represents energy which is used in defensive magic, protection, transformation, and camouflage. So I love working with her. She often calls herself an ally to the formidable mother. So if you like, she's an energy stream that came off the dark mother and in her own right sort of, I guess, I mean this isn't official, but I guess became a demigod in her own right. The Black Mother energy, as you know, is quite intense, and the Black Widow's energy is, if it's a distillation, sometimes you can't feel it because it's quite strong. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience to work with the Black Widow. And she's also, even though most people think of the, the Black Mother as the consumer of life at her zenith, the Black Widow certainly has those traits. But also she's actually quite empowering about learning about how you sustain your own poison. And that's quite a powerful working when you have the knowledge, self-knowledge that you have in some way enabled continued disempowering. And I guess the Black Widow is great for that. She's great for banishing and removing toxicity. And often when you work with the Black Widow, what you need to appreciate is that when you touch power like that, the actual energy of that power is going to bring out that if you're going to work on the macrocosm way of your external life with the Black Widow, then you better bet that it's going to also work on the macrocosm. So inside you is going to have that transformation. And certainly some people that have worked with the Black Widow that have got hold of me over the years have said to me, they may have had like what they would term as a bit of a healing crisis come wobble. And what that usually has, well, what it's always been about, to be honest, is actually about leaching your own poisons in order to transmute them so that you can actually hold yourself accountable for what's happening in your life. So it's an incredibly powerful and beautiful working. And I have made several products with the Black Widows under her instruction. And this brew here is power-packed Black Widow energy, and this is exactly from what the instruction and ingredients that she required. Most of this has come from other parts of the world. It's based in pure black salt, and it has a few other secret ingredients in. And basically this Black Widow brew is it's one of my favorites, and it's so potent that you just need only a few grains of the salt. Trust me, you don't need any more than that. And the fact that it is based in salt is great, because it's not ever going to be expire or something, because at the end of the day salt is a preservative. So what you can do with the Black Widow brew is you could actually sprinkle it around your house, for example, if you felt that you needed her protection, because she's a very protective force. If you didn't want to necessarily ride the internal waves of her pathway and her working, you can use this energy sympathetically, and I mean that in the sense that you are separate from, but working externally from yourself in some cases. If you tap this energy a lot, it goes without saying that you will actually start the internal workings. I describe using my products often to people that ask me that may not be familiar with magic or new to magic, or that maybe they haven't used my product line before. I say to people, if you tap a god form and you have something that enables you to have a direct contact, it's like saying you want to wash your body for want of a better example, you want to wash your body, but when you step in the shower, you come out and you kind of a little bit shocked that you got wet under the shower. I mean, you can't have one without the other. You can't want to rid yourself of all the toxicity in your life and then kind of find it a little bit upsetting that maybe you've had some, you know, something come up for you that was a bit poisonous that you haven't dealt with. You know, if you want the end result, magic is a path working. It's not, you know, no one's pulling out rabbits from magical hats here. I mean, you have to work through it. You have to actually take accountability and responsibility for your life and your path working. And the Black Widow doesn't bring you anything from it. She won't bring you a nightmare. It will be in you and out, okay? And that's the thing to remember, really. So awesome for protective rites. If you want to protect an area in particular, like your own space, if you feel that you need added protection from yourself because you're going through a hard time with others or something like that, you could protect your workspace with this. You could carry a few grains on you. Things like that. It works very well with sympathetic working for protection. And here I've got protection, the balm, and this is a distillation of the Black Widow brew. When I say distillation, I mean that the formidable ally of the Black Mother, being Black Widow, has a course of magical energy, which, for example, say is this wide. When you open up to a power that is a force of nature, and it has lots of different increments or streams or currents within that, from sacred sexuality, which she does have, sacred sexuality, the path of the Dark Mother, learning about taking life at its zenith, protection, hex working, banishing, clearing. If you look at the scope of that, if you use a brew, you could tap any of that magical stream. The balm, on the other hand, what I've done is I've done the magical working for you, if you like, for the simple fact of the way it's been prepped, is that I've taken one stream within the river, and that's for protection. So when you use the balm, you're only tapping the protection ability of that energy. And so it's not a beauty balm, it's not perfumed, it's literally, you know, if you're vegan you won't want to touch it, it's been set with beeswax. It is literally a balm, it's got some grit at the bottom, it's supposed to be like that. You know, it's not a beauty cream. And so what you can do with this is you can apply it to parts of your body if you felt that you were needing shielding, especially helpful for nosy psychics if you want to camouflage, okay? And the other thing that you could use it for is I have some, at the moment anyway on my website I'm selling it with the little dollies, male and female come with each balm, and these little Shipibo hand-carved ayahuasca inspired little dolls. And so this is the female one only because it's the closest one I grabbed. And basically, what you can do, just a very simple spell for protection, is you personalise the doll in some way. To, say, for example, the workings for yourself. So I would personalise this to make it as if it was representing me, i.e. sympathetic magic. So I might carve my name at the base of it, I might add a strand of my hair, a fingernail, you know, basically something like that, okay? And then for 9 nights, I would hide this away from the living so no pets or family or children could go near it. So it's something that you want to do in secret, okay? And then you would take some of the balm and apply a little or a lot to the dolly, i.e. to you, and then you would cover it again. And so you're building up with this doll, okay, and you're saying that the Black Widow energy is protecting you. And so you build and build and build, and after 9 nights you wrap it, because it's something that you want for protection. You wrap it completely and you either hide it away or you bury it in the earth. And what you then know psychologically is the Black Widow continues to feed and protect you. Okay, so that's just a very simple spell for that. Otherwise, you know, apply a little bit of the balm. You don't need much, only a small amount to anywhere in your body. If you felt, say, anxious about feeling a lack of protection, what you would do is you would actually put it full circle around your body. Okay, so that was the Black Widow, just a few spells there. And my next video clip I'm going to do is actually on the Death Hag Goddess.